All right, guys, it is the next day. We had to stop last time because it got late. Now we're going to put everything back together on this Mercedes and then we're gonna start it. So our goal is to start it today. Now, before we put everything back together, we're gonna torque the bolt for the cam phaser and the bolts for the tensioner, for the timing chain tensioner. Now, before we do that, we're gonna double check our timing marks. I have put the valve cover back on. We haven't torqued everything yet. I just set the cover on the head. We're gonna double check our marks and then we're gonna torque the bolts and then we'll continue. Behind the camera, we have our cameraman, Kyler. Kyler, thanks for being here. And next to me, I have my helper, Ian.
Yes, sir.
Ian, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Ian, you're kind of like holding a snake in the middle because, you weren't here when we started this, but this is fun. This is a cool project. Actually, I enjoyed taking this, apart and putting it back together. So you're gonna have to learn a little bit more about camshafts and phasers and tensioners and stuff.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. I'll try to keep up.
So you're gonna help me put this back together. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. So Kyler, if you can come here under the hood. Let's double check our marks. Ian, can I see your light?
Yep.
Ian always has his light with him, so Ian is ready. Perfect, actually. You got a brand new icon light. Man, you make my old light look bad. All right, so first things first, we got our mark over here lined up. So the 5.3, I believe we did this last time, but we're gonna double check, okay? At this point, it doesn't help, it doesn't hurt to check and double check. So 5.3, it's gonna get lined up with this mark over here. As you can see, we're lined up there, so that's good. So now, let's see if our marks are good. Now, Ian, can you give me that service literature that we were looking at earlier? Okay. Now, we looked at this last time. This might be a little bit of overkill, but Kyler, so this over here, this is the opening of the intake cam sensors. This is the hole. If everything is lined up, the trigger wheel should kind of be halfway in the hole of the cam sensor. Okay, so that's what we're gonna double check over here. So we replaced the phaser. Phaser is new, camshaft is new. Now, if you can look in there, I don't know how well you can see that hole. Tell me what you think, Kyler.
Oh, it's good.
It's good? It's dead on? Now let's check this side. This is the side that we didn't touch. How does it look?
It's good.
The same, right?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Now, we don't need to check the exhaust. The exhaust is way back here, but I already checked it off camera. Just take my word for it. It's good, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna do something that most of you are not gonna like, but slow down with the criticism. I'm doing this carefully. It's going to work. I'm going to hold our camshaft back here with a vice grip. So some of you won't like this, but I'm doing this carefully. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab my torque wrench so I can torque the bolt for the cam phaser. But before I torque this, I'm gonna torque the bolt for the camshaft, for the timing chain tensioner. The torque spec for the timing chain tensioner, the torque spec for the timing chain tensioner bolt is 9 Newton meters. So we're gonna convert 9 Newton meters into inch pound. So Ian, if you can do the conversion for me.
Yep.
We're using an inch pound torque wrench. Okay, let me go get an adapter. I'll be right back. I have my torque wrench set up to 80 inch pound. Okay, so we're gonna torque the tensioner bolt to 80 inch pound. Hold on, did it die? Yeah, right there. It timed out. Right there. It actually vibrates. Nice. That's torqued to 80 foot-pound. Nice. Nice. Perfect. All right. So we got the tensioner bolts torqued down. So now we're going to torque the sprocket bolt. Okay. Now, Ian, do you remember the torque spec for the sprocket bolt?
Should be 130 newton meters, which
So-
is
So the Cam Phaser bolt is torqued to 130 Newton meters. So since we're using a foot-pound torque wrench, we're not going to use our baby torque wrench anymore. We're going to grab the big mama, which is over here. We're going to grab the big mama. So we're going to convert 130
30 newton meters.
Newton meters into foot-pound.
Should be 95.88.
95.88. Okay. Oh, right there. 95. 95.88?
Yep.
I'll do 96. That's fine. Guys, don't criticize me. I can 95.88. We can round up to 96. That's fine. All right. So now we're gonna torque this to 90. Was it 96?
Yep.
Right there. Nice. Good. Perfect. So that's torqued. Awesome. Were you able to see that, Kyler? All right. So we torqued our camshaft sprocket bolt to 90 foot-pound. Actually, can you hold that again? Let me double check this one. Although we didn't loosen that one. So I just double checked. All right, we're good to go. So now I'm going to remove my vice grip. Okay. Once again, guys, do not criticize us for this. It works. Okay, and we're not gonna damage the camshaft by doing that. So now I'm going to remove our valve cover. Okay, we're good with our marks. Our marks are there. So now we're gonna remove the valve cover. You got that, Ian? Nice. So now the next step is going to be, actually, let me just double check my marks over here. Yeah, this is good. This over here is good too. Nice. All right. So now I'm gonna torque the camshaft retainer bolts. These four. Let me figure out the torque let me figure out the torque spec, and then I'll be right back.
Yep.
All right, so the torque spec for the cam retainer is 71 inch-pound. So we're gonna torque these guys to 71 inch-pound. Right there. Nice. Then we're gonna torque this one. That's good. Perfect. Nice. Great. Okay. All right, so this is the crucial part, okay? We torqued the bolts for the tensioner, the bolts for the phaser, the bolts for the cam retainers. So now, the next step is going to be, I'm gonna install the housing of the high pressure fuel pump. I'm gonna get it prepped, we're gonna install it, And then at that point, we're gonna start putting everything back together. So at this point, putting everything back together is the reverse process of the removal process. I'm gonna get the high pressure pump housing ready, and then I'll bring you guys back up. So I got the high pressure pump housing ready. So I replaced these two seals over here, these O-rings, and then this big one. So this is new. Now we're ready to install it. So it's gonna come down like this over here. Perfect, just like that. Let me take it out a little bit, make sure nothing moved. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I had to double check those O-rings to make sure nothing moved. So now I'm gonna get the bolts started. Okay, so I'm gonna get all these bolts started. I'm gonna torque them down. After I finish torquing down the bolts for the high pressure pump housing, then I'll bring you guys back up. I have tightened the bolts for the high pressure fuel pump housing. So now I'm gonna install its roller here. I'm gonna apply a little bit of grease on it. So this is gonna go in like this. There, perfect. Went right in. We're good to go. So now, the next step is before we install the high pressure pump, I'm gonna block this. We're gonna install this sound dampening device. This thing over here that was a pain in the butt to remove. Yeah, it goes in like this. So this thing is gonna go down here. You gotta put this sucker back on. Okay, perfect. Now remember last time we just pushed it back out of the way like that. So now we're gonna install our high pressure fuel pump. It's gonna go in just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna have to spin the engine a little bit because the way this is, so it's in the armed position. So I'm gonna spin the engine so I can get the cam off the lobe. There. That's much better. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna torque the bolt for the high pressure fuel pump. The torque spec for this bolt is 84 inch-pound. Don't know if I can get to this one over here. All right, so I'm gonna torque this first one, and then with the second one, instead of using the adapters, I'm gonna use my natural torque wrench. Okay, this is a torque wrench that I was born with. And if your natural torque wrench is good, you don't have to worry about the other ones. You can just use it as long as it's calibrated correctly. Yeah, so I know how 84 inch-pound feels, so that's good. We're just gonna check and double check. Perfect. All right. So now what's next? What's next, Kyler?
Valve cover.
Valve cover. Great. So now we're gonna put some silicone on the valve cover and then we're gonna install it. All right, we're gonna prep our valve cover before we install it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna replace this timing chain guide. Actually, where's the part number? Here's the part number for the guide. We're gonna change this guy. Okay. So okay, you just press these tabs in and then you pull it out. And then this guy is gonna come in just like that. Just like that in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we're gonna put our OEM silicone right there. Mercedes-Benz. Gotta love Mercedes. So, Ian, can I see a razor blade?
Yep.
Oh, you're ready.
Yes, sir.
Is this your knife that you got?
From a subscriber out there. Thank you.
Yeah? Oh, nice. So I'm gonna cut this. And then I'm also gonna cut this here. Nice. There you go. Okay, so put silicone around, not here, just around here.
Okay.
Okay. How is it going, Ian? Nice. Very nice. Sweet. Now over here. Perfect. That's it. Nice. Okay. Good job, Ian.
Thank you, thank you.
Now I'm gonna get a thin layer of silicone and put some over here, just a little bit. Just a thin layer over here. That's it. It's ready to get installed. Let's do it. All right, so we have prepped our valve cover. So now we're going to install it. So our valve cover is gonna come in. What? Come on, baby. Okay, valve cover is installed. Now, Ian,
Yes, sir.
if you open the driver door, I have a tray there full of bolts of this length. Those are the valve cover bolts. So we're gonna get the valve cover bolts started. Perfect. All these bolts are the same. Oh no. I'm getting too excited. Great. We used all the bolts. If we had a couple remaining, I was going to be concerned. So we're good. Now, Ian is going to torque all these bolts. We're going to crisscross them. And then I don't think we need to show you the process of torquing all these valve cover bolts. Okay? So Ian will torque all of them. And then there's one more over here that I have to install. I think I have it in the vehicle. So we're now going to bore you with the process of torquing down the bolts for the valve cover. Ian is going to do that off camera, and then we'll bring you guys back up.
All right, the torque spec is 92 inch-pounds. And we started torquing from the inside out.
Yeah. You crisscross them.
We crisscrossed them.
Nice. So Ian has torqued pretty much all of them. So we're going to show you how he's going to torque the last three, and then we should be good. Nice.
There we go.
So now we're going to install the front cover. These are the bolts for it. We got new bolts. These bolts are torque to yield bolts. So when you remove them, you cannot reuse them. So we got new ones. I'm gonna remove this. So now we're gonna install the cover. It's gonna go right here.
Silicone on it, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, right there. I did put silicone on it just to get it checked. I mean, to get it ready. Perfect. Just like that. So Ian, if you can get me the torque spec for these bolts, I'm gonna get them started, and then you're gonna torque these bolts.
What's the part called again?
Front cover.
Front cover?
Yeah. Cylinder head, front cover. There's one down here that's difficult to get to.
Oh, no, it's 12, I think.
What's that?
Using the screw bolts in their head cover.
No, I don't think it's gonna be 12. 12 will be too much. Okay, I'll help you find it. Hold on. I'm just gonna put all this stuff back on. I'm putting these sensors back on. I want to pretty much close the engine. We don't want the inside being exposed. Let me go get the other sensor. So here's the other sensor. It's gonna go right here. Thank you. Perfect. So now we're going to tighten this, guys. Did you find a torque wrench for me, Ian?
I think so.
What is it?
6 Newton meters of torque.
16 Newton meters?
6.
6? Okay. We got the front cover installed, valve cover is installed, all the bolts are torqued. So now we're going to install the fuel injectors. They're gonna go in just like this. What time is it, Ian?
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime? Okay. Let me just get this bolt started and then we can stop.
1209.
Yeah. I also gotta go upload that video. Okay, well, let me just get this started. Let's take a break. And then after the break, we're gonna keep cruising. Yeah, I'm not moving out of this car today. We gotta get this started. Get this out of here. Yeah. All right, guys, it's lunchtime. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back. All right, guys, we are back from our lunch break. We're gonna continue putting everything back together. So our goal is to get this started today. So now I'm going to install our fuel supply lines. So we're gonna install this guy first. Actually, Ian, if you can hold this up for me. All right, guys, we put everything back together. Now I'm gonna install the ECM. After we install the ECM, then we're gonna start the engine. And after that, we should be good to go. I'm gonna put the rest of the stuff on, off camera. I gotta install the big connector first. Okay, just like that. I put coolant in the engine. I'm gonna check the oil level before we start the engine. Let's make sure we have enough oil in the engine. Yeah, we do have enough oil in the engine, so that's good. All right, it is the moment of the truth. What do you think, Kyler? You think it's gonna run?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you have faith? All right, let's start it. Okay, the battery is low, battery is dead. Let me put a jump pack on it. All right, let's crank her up. Almost. Come on. Okay, it's running. Sounds good. Let me rev it up a little. Actually, let me close these caps. Nice, shaking a little bit. Okay, let me turn it off. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, now I'm gonna get a battery charger and put a battery charger on the battery, and then I'm gonna scan it. It's misfiring. I believe one of the coils over there on the passenger side is not pushed in all the way, because I kind of felt it loose a little bit, but that's no big deal. Ian, can you get me that long extension cord and bring it over here? Let's put a battery charger on the battery, and then I will check those coils. All right, so I will get the scan tool connected. I don't think I need to show you that. I'm gonna scan it to see what cylinder is misfiring. I believe one of those coils there, because when I removed the coils, the boots were kind of stuck to the spark plug. So I'm gonna check them, and then I'll bring you guys back up.